back to another episode of the 402 Sports Drop. Today is Backlash predictions. We got Albert, we got me, and we got the big host, the big dog, Randy. Let's get it.
What up? What up? So we got the Backlash 2025.
Yeah, 5 matches.
Yeah, only 5. Kind of
Is
a
that
week.
all that's booked until SmackDown's over?
It's all it's booked right now.
All right, well, let's go through
and
that.
Backlash is what, Saturday?
Yeah. They'll probably spend something off of freaking SmackDown. I don't know.
Who knows? Yeah. So first match I have on here is John Cena versus Randy Orton for the Undisputed WWE Championship. As much as I want Orton to win, I don't think he's going to.
I agree.
I really want Orton to win, though. Fuck it. I'm going to say Orton wins.
Not me. I want him to win, of course. But nah, I don't think they're pulling that belt off of Cena. I'm thinking SummerSlam they're going to pull it off, but they may go later. I don't know. But yeah, I don't see him pulling it off of him now. And I think this Backlash, I mean, it's a PLE, but it's not a big PLE.
No.
So, yeah, I think Cena wins. We were shocked before.
I think Cena retains. I think it would be almost kind of a slap in the face to Cody for losing it to Cena and then having it drop so fast. It's like kind of, well, what did you do it for? Unless there was another reason behind why they really did it. But I thought they dropped it to him for his 17th and then let him run with it for a while. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm still on board with he loses it to Punk like Survivor Series or somewhere around there. That's still
he's got to have something in between. Just
a longevity.
Right. Yeah. But they have history, Orton and Cena.
Yeah.
In big matches. So I'm going to go with Orton because of that, and not,
So Orton tonight, or Orton takes it off of him at some point before Cena leaves.
I think Orton does it Saturday.
You really truly believe that? You're trying to convince yourself?
No, I truly believe it.
Okay.
So the reason behind the scenes, I did little, WWE. I'm a wrestling fan. Cody's on vacation. He had to take a vacation. He was getting kind of burnt and getting hurt. So they gave him
a brick wall.
Vacay.
Austin 3:16. It's like hitting a brick wall. You run for so hard until you can't run no more. Mm-hmm. And then you just slam into that wall and you're done.
And let's be honest, he was a very active champion.
Oh, yeah.
Very active.
Taking pictures, kissing babies, all that stuff.
Yeah. He was there every single night. Not just, TV shows, but like house shows and all the other shows that they do.
And so, it could have been just character acting and everything like that, what he was doing. But like when he's walking away and he's walking back to his bus, his head is just hung, just like, and then I was just kind of thinking though, like put yourself in a situation like that where you have to do something like that. Like how many times you see people cry in the ring when they have to relinquish their title?
Mm-hmm.
When you have to put your title down. And that's what he had to do. He had to put his title. It was part of the storyline. It wasn't like him and John really went out there and fought.
Right.
But no, it was part of his storyline, and he had to put his title down. And he's probably like, I don't really want to drop my title, but I don't want to go anymore.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of I don't know. Pretty sure it's probably a deep feeling. I don't know how it feels to be Cody Rhodes.
I could see him not to bury Randy. I could see him doing, one of them gets disqualified for some interference or something. I could see him doing that. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Cena's going to retain.
Next match we have is Lyra versus Becky for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Lyra all day, baby.
Lyra all day. I watched the workout video of Lyra doing deadlifts.
Yeah.
And did you see that?
Yeah.
Her abs and everything. Man,
Oh, she's
Lyra is a
ripped.
beast. Lyra's a
Yeah.
beast.
Well, I want
Lyra all
Lyra to
day
win,
long.
I want Lyra to win.
but I think Becky's gonna.
You think Becky Hogan's going to get it? I've been
think
hearing
she
a lot
will.
of that.
Yep, I think
That would
Becky's
be
gonna
so
win.
messed up. I would be just as mad if Becky Hogan took it off of Lyra as mad as I would have been if Charlotte took it off of Tiffy. And I'm not saying that's my favorites. It's because you guys already had it for a long time. Let these girls run. Build your own thing. Charlotte, Becky, get mad at each other. Go beat each other up. Jump Bailey. Go back
Now,
to the Four Horsewomen.
I could
Do
see
whatever.
Lyra
But
winning.
don't shoot down these youngsters. Sorry about that, Albert. Don't shoot down
Okay,
these youngsters when they're looking so good right now.
Mhm.
I could
Because
see
you can't tell
Lyra
me about
winning.
your Lyra isn't almost a Becky and Tiffy ain't almost a Charlotte.
Yeah.
I could see Lyra winning because they got bigger plans for Becky.
But what do
I don't
they
know.
have though? I mean, well, let's try and brainstorm. What do they have for Becky?
Well, I don't know. I heard a lot saying that Becky's going to join the Paul Heyman group because of Seth Rollins is on there.
I think that's more of wishful thinking on a lot of people.
For sure. What does she bring to the group? Nothing.
The female division, the side.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
be a
nothing
Paul
really.
Heyman girl.
I mean, legitimately. I mean, look at the people that are. You got Seth and you got Braun Breaker, both world class athletes. Not that Becky's not, but I think you kind of dumb it down if you bring Becky in.
Oh, I agree with you. I mean, I don't think she should go in that group, but
I don't think so. I think it makes an intergender group.
How many have we had intergender?
Plenty of them,
D
but I just
Generation
like the
X.
ass. I like the. I think it'll work. I personally I wouldn't mind it. I think it'd work, and it'd be a good spot for Becky to be in. But for Becky to have to do that, she's going to have to beat Lyra terribly, or beat
Convincingly.
her cheatingly, and cross all the rules out, and beat her like that, and then join with the belt because then she'll have something to carry to make them all strong.
Yeah. So
We'll
next
see.
match I have here. Next match I have here is Pat McAfee versus Gunter.
Goldberg.
I tell you what, man, I love me some Pat McAfee. But the way Gunther was doing them people, doing the other wrestlers, unfortunately, I got to go with Gunther.
What do you think, Bert?
I'm with you, Benny. There's going to be some kind of interference, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be Goldberg, and that's going to set up for Goldberg's last match. Now, when is going to be the last match? SummerSlam, Survivor Series, but yeah, I think there's going to be interference. I don't see Pat McAfee beating Gunther, and I don't see Gunther beating the crap out of Pat McAfee. I mean, that's not going to do any good to anything because Pat McAfee is so freaking high
Mhm.
right now. I mean,
Mhm.
dude,
Yeah, you're right. I just
He's a
have
big
mad
loss if
deja
he
vu.
leaves us. If he's gone and not able to be on TV, that's a big loss for WWE.
oh
I
yeah.
just had deja vu right there. That was weird.
So that's what I think. I mean, interference from somewhere.
I think he's going to beat up McAfee, and he's going to be like trying to like and finish him off, and Cole's going to be like, "Hey, you stop that right now!" And he's going to snatch up Cole, and then it's going to be boom, 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 and then all of a sudden here it's going to be the whole fuck. I couldn't do the Goldberg thing. I tried to figure it out in my head. I couldn't get it right, but it's going to be Goldberg, and Goldberg's going to come out, and that's going to be Goldberg's final match. It's be him and Gunter.
So, do you think it's maybe a way to transition Cole to more of a backstage presence and maybe introduce some new announcer talent.
That might be a segment for him. If especially he got beat up, then they have to throw more people back out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
There's
who
a lot
else
of
would they
talent
have
out
to
there.
fill up Michael Cole's spot?
Joe Tessitore.
Yeah, because Pat's leaving soon. We're about to start jumping on that NCAA train, and then
Not
he's
till
going to start
football
taking off.
starts
He's got to
back
do
up.
college football.
Yeah, he gets still got a while for that though.
Yeah, I know, but you got to
But
get
he
somebody
can-
ready for it. You just can't. Well, you got a couple. Wade Barrett, that's my dog. That is
Yeah, I
my
like
dog.
Wade.
I've always liked Wade. When he was the leader in the Nexus, I was a Wade Barrett fan. Just like the way he carries himself.
Mm-hmm.
Even when he's an asshole, he's not really that much of an asshole. He's just kind
He's
of,
just real.
yeah, exactly. And says things.
The thing I think, if they went that route, Wade Barrett, Joe Tessitore, or maybe they have somebody new in the ranks.
Yeah.
Maybe they have somebody from. Maybe they have Joe Rogan. Who knows?
Highly unlikely. Joe don't know enough. He need Tony Hinchcliffe with him.
But man,
well, this is how it goes. Because there's a bit on Joe Rogan where he's trying to do when he's talking about Penn and he held the ropes and he beat him. He goes, "You held the ropes. What does that mean?" And Tony goes, "Joe, in wrestling terms, holding the rope means you get so much more leverage."
yeah. But I mean, it could. How much did I guess Pat was a fan beforehand?
Yeah.
So I mean, who knows? I mean, they could go 1,000 different ways, and in its kind of typical Triple H fashion, we just don't know.
Yep,
Yeah.
we don't know nothing.
And bring up young ones.
Yeah,
Get somebody in there. Let's get a female announcer in there.
yeah.
And
Renee,
if you can do the job, I'm not mad about it. Who?
Renee.
Oh, bring her back. Ambrose come back too.
Mm.
Moxley.
Mm.
They won't. She won't come back to the WWE if Moxley's not in the WWE.
I don't see him leaving. He's in the title picture there in AEW.
Yeah.
He's too
But-
big right now over there.
I'll tell
Doesn't
you
mean
what.
he doesn't. Doesn't mean he likes it.
True. I'll tell you what. I do know he's pissed off that they're only gathering 500 people for house show or for shows.
Doesn't mean he
TV
likes it
shows.
just because he's on top.
500 people at a house show.
Like, look at Lesnar when he threw that belt. He didn't like the match. He threw the belt
Mhm.
right at Vince. But here's your damn belt. It's ridiculous. And that's
That's
how Moxley could be right now. He's your big champion. He's your big seller. Yeah, I'm the only seller. And what the hell are you selling?
I'm pretty sure if we do get anybody back before Moxley, it'll be Lesnar.
I hope not. Fuck that guy.
It'll be who?
Brock Lesnar.
Don't bring back Lesnar.
I don't want
Lesnar.
him to be. I don't want him to
Lesnar's
come
got a
back.
bad name on him. Lesnar's got a bad name. Moxley doesn't have a bad name. Moxley's got a good name, and he's got a memorable face that we remember from the WWE, acting
Mhm.
kayfabe like there's not really a coalition. But yeah, we know it. We would love to see him back. And if they called him John Moxley, I'd be like, hell yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
maybe
don't-
bring back Daniel Bryan.
That's what I said. I said DB. Oh, we were doing like the hire, fire, bring up. And we were talking that. And one of the ones I said, bring up, rehire DB.
Hey,
For sure.
I wouldn't bitch about Moxley coming back. I wouldn't at all. I mean, I'd love it. But
I think his wrestling style is too violent for WWE,
I agree.
for the global market.
Yeah, it's not PG.
No.
What he wants to do, but hey, for the right money, just come back and do what you do, but just leave that little. But look, we're on Netflix now. Trips is a little bit okay with a little bit more color.
Mhm.
But I'm not talking spikes in your back and a baseball bat. Hey, we've seen that already, okay? Mick Foley jumped off the cage. For the rest of a lot of his other career,
Mhm.
he was fine. He did pretty good matches.
Yeah.
Tacks are okay. But
Man,
yeah,
that spike baseball bat in the back. Oh,
That
It
was
stuck to him when he stood up. I'm like, oh my
drastic.
God.
That was crazy as shit.
Oh man, that I cringed. I cringed when I watched that.
Oh man, me too. Me too.
And then some
Um,
people were like, "Why?
yeah.
Why even take that bump? What is the reason for it? It's Edge and John Moxley. What the hell is the reason for that? You guys could put on one hell of a show without that."
Shock
All right,
value, man.
I couldn't
Look, that
believe they
happened
done
it
over a
that.
worked.
month ago.
It
I
worked.
mean, it happened a
I,
month ago, and we're still talking about it.
yeah, I couldn't believe they did that.
I've never seen that in wrestling before in my life.
Me neither. Me neither.
I've seen dipshit things.
Next match we have is a fatal four-way for the U.S. Championship. Jacob fought two: LA Knight, Damian Priest, and Drew Mack. Myself, Fatu retains. I can't go, and I think we may get to see Zilla. I'm gonna call it. We see Zilla.
Albert, oh, you want me to go?
No, I'll go. Um, I've been throwing it around on that match. I'm calling Drew McIntyre wins.
Stuff. Okay, explain.
I just, I don't know. It's, I think Drew McIntyre's time to get a push, and it's a secondary title. Make him happy. I don't know. I want Jacob to retain. That's what I want, but it's not what I think. I mean, and I could see Zilla coming back. I agree with you on that. But I don't think Zilla's going to come back to be in that faction in that with Jacob Fatu and them. I think Zilla's going to come back to rebuild the Shield.
So here's why I think the new bloodline, like Solo's bloodline, it's over. You got Yaya and his dumbass brother. They're both hurt.
Yeah, they're gone. I mean, then who knows when they're going to be back?
They've teased uh, Jacob turn on Solo. They've been teasing that for weeks.
Yeah,
And so I think Jacob starts his own bloodline, and he brings in bloodline members that were kind of hushed from mainstream. Like he'll do his brother Zilla, maybe like your girl Naya, and then maybe like another like male. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
who
because
else
she's
they'd bring
family
in.
too. She's
Yeah,
family as well.
and maybe Tamina.
I thought Tamina was cut.
She was, but
Yeah,
never say never in WWE.
yeah.
That's just my opinion.
we'll see. I
I
mean,
think Fatu retains. I think giving it to McIntyre is a demotion. It's a complete demotion. And then LA Knight is probably the only one I can see winning besides Fatu.
I could see Priest winning. I mean,
Yeah, but that's kind of a demotion to Priest too.
for sure.
It's going to turn into Priest versus McIntyre and freaking Fatu versus LA Knight.
Yeah.
we've
Because
had
that's the
that
two
Priest
feuds that
and
are smashed together in
McIntyre.
a fatal four way. So that's the way it's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
We've had that Priest and McIntyre. That's getting old. Move on to something else. I mean, I don't know who you
Where?
put McIntyre
Where are
with,
you pushing
though.
them? Exactly my point. There ain't really nowhere for him to go with anybody.
But I mean, you look at Drew in the last 2 years. He's been like uber obsessive with CM Punk and with Damian Priest. What else does he have? He's got
That's
nothing
over
else.
with.
Yeah, exactly. And what does booking have for him? Nothing else.
Yeah.
Just keep on spanking your
maybe
monkey to CM Punk the whole time.
maybe he needs to go on a little vacation.
He just got off of injury.
Don't send him back.
Sent him back on injury. Break his leg, Sergeant Slaughter.
All right, and we all know what Bane's going to say on this match. The final match. Dom Mysterio against Penta.
Penta all the way.
Really?
What the fuck ever. They better not put it on him that fast or take it off Dom that fast.
They're not.
Penta does deserve it. Yeah, he does. But at the same time, I don't want you to take it off Dom that fast. Let Dom get a run.
Yeah. I agree. I think Dom's earned his run. He's put some work in. He needs it more than Penta does.
But the one thing that does do it is Dom loses it. Judgment Day falls out. Then Penta has it. That goes on to America El Grande. And then he feuds with Penta for the United States, or the Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah, IC title. Yeah.
Yep. So then he
it-
does that. So it kind of makes sense on the direction it would go. Because if there's a falling out with Judgment Day, that's going to be in itself a feud for Dom.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Because then he
Dominique
loses it, and then what is freaking Finn going to say to him? Because he already got mad about Finn got mad about what he said to him. And then he said Finn's going to say something to him. He's going to get mad about it, and then here goes the implosion. It's going to fall apart from the inside.
That's what I think. I think Dom wins, but he's going to win by disqualification because Finn Balor's going to turn face. So that's what they're not going to. That way they don't sink either one of them.
No, I don't want him to take it off of Dom so fast, but if they
No.
do, I understand the direction they're going because Chad Gable does deserve a run. And if he does it with Americano, then that's what he does it with.
That's the most stupidest gimmick I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's dumb.
Really? You've ever seen? You didn't watch the Gobbledygooker?
The Shockmaster was pretty horrible.
Well,
Shockmaster was pretty terrible.
I'm talking about in recent days.
Remember Kevin Nash was Oz?
Yeah, the Wizard.
I remember that.
Remember the Funkasaurus?
I like the Funkasaurus.
Did you know he dropped it online that he was going to be on Raw? And then that's why Vince turned him into a dancing dinosaur? Because he did it. He broke the news. Kind of the Dana White, Ariel Helwani situation. He broke the news before anybody else, and that pissed Vince off. Kind of the Lana Rusev situation. They got married and put it on social media, and it pissed Vince off. That's why he made Lana kiss Robin Lashley the whole time.
I don't know, Vince. I don't think Vince was ever a happy fella.
It was, after a while, it was the power of everything he has that he can control. And which, allegedly, maybe, I don't know, and whatever happened. I can't do anything about it. But allegedly, he got into all that situation, and kind of honestly, in my head, I can believe some of it because of the way Vince is. Vince is
absolute power
struggle.
Absolutely.
And people call him the god of pro wrestling. You know, he was the one who created all of it. He's the one who created everything. All religion aside, just a term of speech, but
all he did was freaking steal territories.
The one thing his dad said he would never do.
Well, his dad respected the territories. Vince is like, I don't care.
Money, okay.
All money is green. It don't matter.
One thing I thought was really cool that Vince always did is he always had one of every race.
Mm-hmm.
There was always an Iranian. There was always a Hispanic. There was always a black. There was always a white. There was always different Hawaiians, all these different Asians. Yeah. Kai and Tai, all them. Yeah. There was plenty of great wrestlers that were from all over the nation. And some of them weren't even. Yokozuna, he was Samoan. You're
Yeah.
calling him a big old giant.
Samoan Japanese.
Or who's the other one? What's his name? Jinder Mahal. He's Canadian.
Jinder
Yeah.
Mahal.
Yeah.
I think his entrance song is pretty bad. I think it's awesome.
Jinder Mahal?
Yeah, his entrance song. You would probably like it, dude. It's a pretty bad beat, dude.
Hmm.
It's a pretty badass beat.
What is he doing now?
Indie shows. I just seen
Is
him on
it-
an indie show. Tall as fuck, bigger than all those little indie guys.
The Maharaja.
Yeah.
Modern day.
But that is the prediction show for Backlash 2025.
Since we don't have SmackDown.
I mean, we don't have shit for matches. Something's gonna happen. Somebody's gonna show up. I feel because there's only 5 matches, and I don't think any of them.
I mean,
And none of them really spilt over from WrestleMania. Backlash
Right.
was supposed to be the boil over of WrestleMania.
So
it just kind
I
of
don't
turned
know.
into an afterthought, to be honest
Yeah.
with
I think there's going to be some surprises.
Look
Or
how
it's
many
gonna
people
be-
disappeared from Mania, though.
If not, it's going to be a lame ass freaking PLE.
It possibly well could be.
you. I mean, you could have some steel shoulders there, and that Dominic and Penta match could just steal the show.
Yeah.
Hell, Pat McAfee could steal the show by beating Gunther.
Or you could
Lyra
plant
and
some
Becky
we
will
seeds.
just
put on a
don't
hell of
know.
a match.
Yeah. You could plant some seeds within that to build up SummerSlam.
Mhm.
We
And
just don't
Orton
know.
and Cena alone, man, that's a Mania worthy match.
And
It
they're going to
is.
make it look like Orton wins. Watch how many 1-2 oohs we get.
Mhm.
It is it could be a Mania match, but it also could be a freaking junk match too.
Oh, if Cena does what he did with Cody,
Yeah.
I don't think he'll
well-
do that with Orton.
he wouldn't. He won't do that with Orton because it doesn't mean as much for Cena to steal the souls out of all those little Cody guys and bore the hell out of them with that. Matt, look how mad you get about it when you think about it. So I'm just saying that's what he did for that match. I think this Orton Cena match is going to be a real match. I think he's really going to come out there and he won't do a 5-knuckle shuffle or anything like that, but it's not going to be a boring match like it was with Cody. Cody match was there to suck the soul out of everybody, as The Rock would say.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It might turn into a snooze fest again, and Albert's just as pissed.
I'm telling y'all, somebody's going to show up. There's going to be a surprise that's going to happen, and I'm pretty sure it's Goldberg. That's what I
I hope
think.
not. I hope not.
I don't want Goldberg to come back. I don't. I mean, the last couple matches he came back and done were not all that.
Well, I mean, he's not the Goldberg of old.
No,
He's not even close to the Goldberg.
No.
Of, not saying that the Goldberg of old was.
Hey, wait a minute. Don't we have Jay and Logan?
It's not on here.
mm-mm.
So Jay's not even defending?
I got it on Wikipedia. It's not on here.
I didn't hear Jay defending. And
For some reason, I thought that was a match. There's
You
a
know,
lot
now
of
that
talk
you
about it.
mention
Huh?
I thought we were getting or maybe that's on SmackDown. No, AJ Styles and Karrion Cross.
Oh, yeah.
That might be on SmackDown.
Let me.
It might not be announced yet. They might be doing one of those hold it off until social media kind of things.
Yeah, they don't have it. Even WWE's website doesn't have Jay on it.
Huh.
But that's what we got. What do you guys think? Let us know. Like, comment, subscribe.
Peace. The Rock still sucks.
Yeah, he does.